All right, my friends, here we go with another Revit tip just for you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. Okay, this Revit tip is about grids, but not just grids. It's the 3D, 2D toggle. 3D, 2D, 3D, 2D toggle that we have to deal with when it comes to grids. I had a friend or a client contact me and said, hey, I am having a crazy trouble. It was like a Pandora's box for him because he would move something and it would move in all of his views, but then he'd switch something and to lock it and it would still move in all the views. And if he switched it to 2D, it was, look, I can't explain exactly how he said it, but it was chaos, okay? 2D, 3D, it was a mess. So I'm here to give you a quick video on how to deal with those, the difference between locking and 2D and 3D, okay? Settings, so the toggle. So here we go, let me just share my screen. Share my screen, there we are. There we go, virtual BIM management at your service. Let me get my face over here. La, la, la. There's my face, okay. Here we go. So let's go to the plan. And here's our plan of our beautiful little architect's office. And what we want, well, we don't have any grids. So if we're going to talk about grids, we need some grids. So I'm going to put some grids. You guys know on the architecture tab, over here on the right at the top, you can click on grid. Now, when you're placing a grid, you can click down below your building and lift the grid up, okay? And click, and it places the grid, okay? Duh. But I want you guys to see that the next one, if I go, I'm going to zoom in here. You see that inference line, which is a horizontal dashed line right there? It is letting me know that I'm aligned, which is great. And when I click, what it just did is it locked it internally inside Revit to the bottom. The two bottoms are locked to each other. And if I come up here, look at this. I'm going to get another inference line. When they're aligned, you hear that sound? When they're aligned, it goes ding. And that's when I can click, and these are locked. You see that lock? These are locked together, okay? I'm just saying. So that if I picked one, I can grab that little dot, and it's gonna move both of them. You get with me? They're locked together. So let's put some more grids in here, and I will click grid, and I'm gonna lock the bottom and the top. These are structural grids. Now look, if I click and I go, whoa, way too tall. And I'm going to click and go, whoa, way too short. Oh dear. Whoa. Okay. I'm going to put another grid in. And that one, look at inference line. If on number 5 and 6, I just slowed down, maybe they would have been locked in place. Okay. I'm going to put another one in here, locked. Okay. All the ones, when you click on one of these, an inference light appears that shows you which ones are locked to it. You with me? So I'm going to click on 5, and it has no lock. It still says it's appearing in 3D and a lock. This one is appearing in 3D, but it is locked. This one's not locked. Did I say locked a second ago? Sorry, it's not locked. So watch this. I'm going to grab that dot. I'm going to bring it down. Wait for it. Ding, ding, ding. There it is right there. And so now that number 5 is locked in place so that if I move it or any of them, they're all going to move. And let's get 6 back up there. So that's how you get them to lock together. Okay. You can get them to lock on each other. All right. You with me? All right. If for some reason, let's put a dimension string in here. I've got a dimension string from this wall to this wall, and it's right about, that is a wretched dimension. I gotta move the wall. I can't work like this, people. Okay, this needs to be like 20'8". Okay. Okay, I cannot work with 256, and I hope you don't either. Okay, let's say that the best place. See, I've got a marker here for my section, and I've got a dimension string here, and let's just suppose that number 5 was over here, and the best place to have all of my grids, let's just work with me, people, is right here, like right here. Oh, great. That's just great. Right where I want my grid markers, there is a big fat section marker, and this does not work. Not. And let's suppose I've got lots of dimensions, and I've got lots of, work with me, okay? I've got lots of dimensions, and I've got lots of notes, and I've got lots of annotation. And this is where the grid, I can't move other stuff, okay? So here we go, watch this. If that 5 needs to be moved, I can unlock it, right? Okay, so I'm going to pick it, and you see it's locked to the line. That's what the lock is, it's locked to the line. I'm gonna unlock it from the line. And then I can, inside this mess, if I could get in there and get that dot, man, it's a mess. I unlocked it. It is hard to get. There we go, I got the dot. I tabbed to it. Oh, man. Oh, I moved it. I moved them all. So I'm gonna put them back. Pick it, unlock, and wait for it. Move, there it is, moving number 5. Whew. Okay, I was able, see, when it's all crowded around this, all in here, you have to use the tab in order to get that little dot to highlight. So there we go. Whew. Now, I was able to move that 5 out of the way of the graphic. You see that? And I had to unlock it from all the rest. You notice now, it's not locked, and these are locked. I moved it safely out of the way. Whew. Pandora's box, people. Look at on plan number 2, second floor plan. It's up hitting, that's total coincidence. It's up hitting the section marker on this view. So that it is moving in 3D. When I highlight it, you'll notice that it has a 3D next to it. 3D means it's moving in all of the plan views. It moves to the same location in all of my plan views. So it's probably a bad idea to grab it and move it up, unlock it and move it. If I wanted it to move in all of my views, that would have been the right thing to do, to unlock it and move it. Good. But I don't want to do that now. I am going to only move it in one view. So I'm going to move it back. Because what if I had 50 views, okay? I've only got 2, but just work with me. I'm going to hit tab and get that little dot. I'm going to pull it down. Bing. Oh, there we go. Locked it back in place. And once it hits, it's locked. So it's locked back in place. On the first floor, it is in a bad spot. So here we go. This 3D means it is on every single plan view, okay? And so what I need to do is toggle it to 2D. 2D will mean I can move it in this view. It'll still be locked in all the other views, but in this one view, I can break that connection to all the views and move this one time. So let's get 5 out of there. Let's get 5 out of there on this one view. So I pick it, okay? And if I'm gonna have to unlock it so I can move it, but I have to switch it. See, when I click that little dot, it switched it to 2D. It says 2D. So now, okay, now I can move this guy. Wait, I'm gonna tab. And I can move it up out of the way, get it out of the way. It says 2D, so it's safe. I'm safe moving it. These others are 3D. They're on every single view. So if all worked well, if this did correctly, when I go to my second floor plan, the 5 should still be down there. And only on this view where I switched it to 2D, did it get flipped, allowed to move out of the way. So here we go. Brace yourselves, brace yourself. In fact, I'm gonna wait for it. Second floor plan. Yes, it is still down low on the second floor plan, because when I click it, This grid is still locked to 3D. Do you see it, people? The lock is for alignment. The 2D, 3D toggle allows it to go 2D on a floor plan so that you can slightly move it where you need to without affecting all the rest of them. All right. So I hope that helps. There's three things going on here. There's a lock, okay, for alignment. There's a lock, but there's also 2D and 3D. 3D is 3D moves them all. Okay, so there's one thing I realize I need to show you guys. Let's go back to the the first floor plan. Okay, you'll notice there's a circle back here. That's where the 3D is. I'm gonna actually show you out on one of these. The 3D, this is locked to 3D. See that circle? If I click that little dot right there and allow this thing to go to 2D, I can grab the little dot here and move it down, okay? But when I highlight it, it still shows the dot. That's where the 3D is. It's kind of like a heads up of where the 3D is for all the other views. So if I pull it downward in 2D, it leaves the 3D dot up above it. If I lift it past it, it leaves the 3D dot down on the line of itself. You know, you can only see it when you highlight it. So you know where its 3D is for all the other views. Just giving you a heads up. If you want that to go back to 3D, you can. You can right click on it and right here, reset to its 3D extents. Bink, and it will, hey, it made the same sound. Bink. It went down and went back to its 3D extents and it locked to 3D and it switched the toggle from 2D back to 3D. Okay? Just giving you a heads up. That's an extra little freebie for you so that you know where the 3D is. It's where the little circle is on the line, on the grid line. Okay? All right, I think that's all that you guys need to know about grids today. If you have any extra questions about grids and 2D and 3D toggles and locking, just put them in the comments section below and we'll go from there. All right, I hope you have a fantastic day and that all goes well for you, and I'll see you on another video. All right, bye-bye.